Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to really have solid closure of 2019 and kicking off 2020 and really making sure that you accomplish everything that you want to. Now, I know that's a very, very tall order. I think it's pretty obvious that 2020, 2020, right? It's a year where I'm sure I'm not the first one to say, oh, okay, this is a year I can associate 2020 with clarity. And I think that I want to share with you some tools that I am using in with my one-on-one clients to really get very, very clear on how is 2019 for them, what does 2020 look like. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 questions, and you may need to come back and write these down, but 9 questions I'm asking each of my clients. And the reason I want to share these with you is that if these are the powerful questions that are shaping the next year for some of the most influential and powerful leaders in the industry, I feel pretty confident that they're going to be really, really powerful for you as well. And our number one core value here at Emerge is lead by example. And so not only am I going to share with you these 9 questions for you to work through on your own, I am going to share with you everything that I wrote with full transparency. Now, you may be new to our Facebook page or our podcast or our YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this, and you might not care about this Tasha person and what were her biggest lessons. But I want you to tune in because I think that some of the lessons or even the thought processes might be really, really helpful for you to see how these questions really get played out in real life. It took me about 30 minutes to do this exercise. So I'll revisit it next week and the week after and fill in any of the gaps, hopefully. And I'm going to probably take these things and write them somewhere, put them somewhere in my office where I can see them to keep me focused. But that's not where I'm at in the process right now. Now, if you have been following me or Emerge since the beginning, for the past several years, then I'm sure you will enjoy just to, I guess, watch me grow and learn and have perspective. So let me go ahead and jump into the 9 questions. The number 1 question is what were your accomplishments in 2019? So number 1, what are your accomplishments in 2019? This can be anything, personally, professionally. Remember that your business is for your life, not your life for your business. In my one-on-one conversation this morning, my client felt bad that she didn't feel bad about not reaching a rank goal, but she accomplished all of the other things she set out to do. And I've actually had this similar conversation a few times, and I'm not saying I don't want you to push towards your rank goal, but I want to remind you that your business goals line up with your life. And so write down all of your accomplishments inside your business, inside your personal life, things like that. Number 2 is what lessons did you learn in 2019? You either win or you learn, they say, but you have to actually write down the lessons so you can move forward. These next 2 questions are questions that my business partner Karen asked me, and they blew me away. They're so, so, so powerful. So I cannot take credit for these. But the 3rd question is, what are you done with? And the 4th question is, what do you want more of? So that's a reflection piece. And then for 2020, what are your accomplishments? What do you want to accomplish in 2020? How will these impact your overall quality of life? What are you willing to sacrifice? And what are you not willing to sacrifice? And how you reward yourself for milestones achieved. I think accomplishments can be tangible and intangible. I've recently learned that all of these goals that we set out are really, we create them because we want to feel a certain way. And if we don't figure out how we want to feel, then we might actually chase the wrong accomplishments. So, write down all those accomplishments and how they're going to increase your overall quality of life, because that's what we're looking for with our businesses, to increase our overall quality of life. And then one thing I've noticed is we need to just reward ourselves along the way. It's great to say, eventually when I have financial freedom, I'll quit my job or whatever, but that's so far away. And we need to make sure that you reward yourself along the way. You wouldn't create a reward system like that for kids. Like, all right, just keep working at it until you get to high school, and then I'll give you a trip to Disney World. I mean, we reward them, right? Maybe every semester with ice cream or whatever for doing the things that they were supposed to do. And we want to make sure we treat ourselves that way. So let me just go into a full transparency. This is like, I mean, this is my actual journal, and I'm just going to read through them. So if some of these offend you, I'm sorry. But this is this thing in action. Like I said, it took me about a half an hour to do. All right, so accomplishments in 2019. At Emerge, we saw a 6% increase from 2018 in profit. Now, if you have heard my 2018 reviews, you'll know that's not a whole lot to write home about or shout from the rooftops in some ways, but a 6% increase in profit. I'm really, really proud of that. There was a lot of change this year. Next accomplishment is the kids are doing great. They're thriving in their online school. They're both almost black belts. They're happy, and they have a lot of gratitude in their life. We also got a dog this year, which has really been awesome, except for when she barks during my videos. Let's see. Okay. The next one is I rebuilt my one-on-one practice. At the beginning of the year, I only had 2 or 3 clients. I have fluctuated between 10 and 15 for most of the year, and that has been really, really rewarding and exciting. I created a social media coaching course, and over the past several months, we've actually been able to raise our engagement on our business page. We actually have a thing where you can look at other people in the industry, and we have the highest percentage of followers to engagements. I mean, I don't know if that'll hold if we had 200,000 followers, but I'm going to take that as a huge win in our industry. The next one is bringing joy and growth into the lives of some very, very powerful leaders. And I will add, including more joy in my own life and business. I got really, really clear on my role inside my company and kind of in the world, and have kicked a lot of imposter syndrome that I suffered from prior. Healed, I don't know 100%, but from some of my past failures, getting a lot of closure on that. And I was able to reframe them as risks and failed experiments instead of failures, which has been really, really healthy for me. We created the Emerge Surge, and at the time of this recording, already have almost 150 members in there in just 7 weeks. And that is a membership with all of our content, and that's really exciting. And I learned how to skate backwards in circles. And tonight I'm going to go and sub for my old ice hockey team. I'm going to show my friend who would always tease me that I couldn't skate backwards. I'm going to show her up. Hopefully I don't fall too many times. All right, those are my accomplishments. Next, my lessons. I guess these are just a bunch of like little phrases. Some I've learned from clients, some I've learned from myself or friends or whatever, or through reflection. So here we go. Number 1, go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Number 2, God will give you wisdom, clarity, and divine appointments if you ask. If you ask. Everything in business is an experiment, not a judgment on whether or not you're good enough. There are a lot of people I can liberate just by showing up. Number 5, a simplified business brings more joy than a very complicated business. Number 6, there are not likely wrong decisions, just wrong timing. Number 7, provide value instead of trying to prove your value. Again, this comes with imposter syndrome stuff. Number 8, God wants his will for our lives more than we do. So relax. It's all going to work out. Do your job and let God do his job. What are some things that I'm done with? I'm done with worrying. I am done with letting my past haunt me. I am done with second guessing every move. I'm done with complicating everything. And I am done with having to go on a trip or take a few days off with my family and having my work pile up to the point where the stress kind of like makes me sick again. And it's not even worth it, all the games. So I'm done with those things. What do I want more of? I want more fun. I want more clarity. I want more work without always worrying about whether or not I'm doing enough or a good job, which kind of relates back to what I talked about. I want more one-on-one clients who truly want to be the best versions of themselves. And I want more time off without all the work just creating a crap storm when I get back. So we'll work on that throughout the year. So what I want to accomplish in 2020, I want 12 powerful one-on-one clients or spots, right? So a combo of bi-weekly. I want the Emerge Surge to hit 500 members. I want to be able to arrange my business so the travel and time off doesn't create stress. I want to write custom training for one company, one network marketing company. I want to crack our new customer acquisition process, either through Facebook ads or appearances, but just kind of really have confidence in our ability to build our audience to the point of the impact goals we have. I want to be able to stop on ice skates with my left foot at full speed, and I want to see a 10% increase in revenue. Okay. How will these impact my overall quality of life? More joy, greater impact without burning out, relieve some financial pressure. And I think it's what's important to me is integrity. I want to show my clients that things can be rebuilt, even if the market shifts a little bit, that we can, in fact, reinvent ourselves. What am I willing to sacrifice? I'm willing to sacrifice money, actually. And I am willing to sacrifice attachment to maximizing every darn thing. I'm not willing to sacrifice being present wherever I am, my health, and my one-on-one coaching practice. How will I reward myself? The last question is, how will I reward myself for my milestone? So I'm not really sure. I didn't even put on here, self-publish my first book as an accomplishment. Some of these I'm not sure yet. I have to flesh them out. But the most immediate ones that are on right now, I have some rewards for. So when I hit 100 pages of my book, I'm going to buy a new pair of shoes. I haven't yet decided when it actually gets published what I'm going to do yet. So I'm going to figure that out. Once we hit 250 people in the Surge, I'm going to set up monthly massages because those make me happy. And when we hit 500, I am going to go on an all-inclusive trip with Karen because we would have reached that goal. I don't know how I'm going to reward myself for some of the other goals, like stopping with my left foot or a custom training deal, but I'm excited about figuring that out over the next year. So I hope it was helpful to get a sneak peek into my life, but also to take that half an hour and do some reflection. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon. If you found this video helpful or this podcast helpful, however you're listening to it, I want to invite you to be a part of our success together in 2020. If one of the things that you want more of is increased productivity, being more confident in your skills, more consistency, we can help you inside our membership, the Emerge Surge. And in there, you'll get weekly coaching and mentoring live from either myself or someone on our team, workshop time where we'll be able to do reflection or do outreach together, and access to awesome skill development courses on sales, recruiting, leadership, and social media, so you know exactly what to do to be successful in your business. I want to invite you to join us at emergesalestraining.com/emergesurge. Okay, so hopefully we'll see you in there, and see you soon.